It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. You're live in S3, and if you need some positivity to head into your weekend, then this next guest is going to be a reminder that it's never too late to get started on your dream. Pulane Maphari comes from a family brimming with talent, being the sister of international rugby star Siabela Senatla. However, she only stepped into her career of being a gospel artist after 11 years of working as a chemical engineer for Africa's biggest power producer. She's so gifted, one would even say she's anointed. Just take a listen to this. Oh my word, I feel anointed right now, so please give a massive welcome to Pulane Maphari! Welcome!
Thank you so much, thank you so much.
You are a testament to what it is to actually look at something like that as your passion and say, my day job is paying the bills, but who pays the bills of your soul? Who does that at the end of the day? And I think that you've given us such a great story now, but let's go from the top. You were a chemical engineer.
Yes, I studied chemical engineering. I was working more on the chemistry side.
Yes.
But basically working in the engineering field. Yeah.
And so the engineering field, that's where you come from.
Yes.
And I mean, that's a great field, especially for a female engineer working in chemical engineering. That's massive.
Absolutely.
And you still thought, I need to step away from this and follow my dream, and that is to become a gospel artist. How difficult was that decision?
It was actually very difficult, but I believe that the Lord has been preparing me for the transition. It has taken quite a number of years of the Lord preparing me to get to the point where I am. So it was not a surprise. I knew it was coming. The only thing that I did not know was the timing of it. So I was just waiting to see when, but I knew it was coming because He was reminding me like on a regular basis to say, this is where I want you to be, and I knew the time was going to come.
That's great though, because I think there's good parallels, because if you think about it, working for a power company, finding your power, I think that's all part of this journey of yours if you think about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's just about knowing who you are as an individual and knowing what God has given you as an individual. So it's amazing.
So let's talk about this album of yours. I believe it's called Restorative Breath of Life.
That was my first studio album. So the one that we've just released now is called Sacrificial Worship.
Oh, but there's so many of them. Like that first album, creating that after coming out of that occupation of chemical engineer. That experience of actually following that musical dream, what was that feeling like to create an album, a collection of your thoughts, feelings? Wow, it must have been sensational for you.
It was absolutely amazing. It was like something that I had been dreaming of coming to life, and you're literally there and you just feel like pinching yourself once in a while, like, okay, this is actually happening, you know? And the most amazing part is that the Lord allowed me to walk into people who are so good at this, people who are the greatest in the gospel industry.
Yes.
And I'm in this space with these amazing producers and these amazing people who've created amazing music in the gospel industry in South Africa for years. And here I am, and I'm bringing my own songs to life. So it was such an amazing experience. It was surreal, actually.
Did you feel like the chemistry from a chemical engineer perspective come together? All the chemistry was working for you, right?
Absolutely. I feel that God chose the exact correct people to work with because we were gelling so well in studio. It was so much fun, I don't want to lie. It was just a beautiful learning experience as well. And it was just amazing. It was honestly amazing.
And the new album, Sacrificial Worship, I think that it's important for us to just unpack that for a second. What is sacrificial worship to you?
For me, it was... what I did was I did a studio project last year, right?
Yeah.
And in less than a year of doing that studio project, I did a live version of the studio project, which is now why we're calling it Sacrificial Worship, because it's not based on outcome, but it's based on obedience to the Lord, because the Lord was saying, I want you guys to go and do a live version of this. And in the music industry, you don't just release an album and then in less than a year, you're doing like a live version of
Yes.
that album. There are costs involved. There's so much involved. And those costs and all the time and the energy that went into everything, it was a sacrifice that we're giving unto the Lord to say, Lord, whatever that happens with this, it's up to you. But we just want to say that we want to obey you and worship you with all that we have.
Amen. That's what I want to say to you. Thanks for being here today. We cannot
Thank you
wait
so
to hear you
much. I'm
perform.
so blessed.
I know we are blessed as well. And Pulane Maphari will be performing just for you in your Feel Good Breakfast Show. 2 performances coming up that'll get you lifted and reminding you that no matter what path you're on right now, it's never too late to change because perhaps you'll find your passion.